Hey Stampers, Gainer again. I've come back to show you how I made the 3D calendar for the one I put on Facebook. Oops, this is the one I made for my grandson. It spells the word Frankie, which is his name, and I've used the festive farmhouse designer series paper, and I went and bought these lovely gold stickers, but they're not so visible. You can see them just, but oh, I love it, and my grandson loves it, and my daughter loves it. Oops, and what we've done is reinforced the back, so I'm going to put a hook here so it can be hung on the wall, so Frankie can use it year in, year out. Oops, I've just squashed one of the boxes in. Just pull the, there we go. And they're all 2" by 2" boxes, by 2", and they got the thumb print so you can open them up. You could get Haribo sweets in there, maybe a Kinder Egg, some fun sized chocolate bars, and as my grandkids love slime, little pots of slime, so oh I know, yeah, and little sticky aliens. They love anything like that. Anything that will go in there will make it absolutely fabulous. And you can use this year after year after year. So the reason we're making it to hang on the wall is because we know Frankie well, and he would literally destroy it. So I'm going to show you another one now. I'm going to make this one I'm making now is for Lola, and it's starting to look like this. And I've used the All Is Bright. I die cut these numbers from the scan and cut and just made them so they fit on the box properly. But those gold baubles, aren't they just beautiful? And it's a little bit more grown up for Lola. So we've got the top 2 boxes. I'm going to show you how to make the very top box, which is number 25. It's so simple. This is thick white cardstock. It measures 6.5 by 8.5. I'm going to grab, oh, there it is, my tools just fell off as well. Great stuff. Sorry about that. So you're going to put it in the long side or the short side, it doesn't really make any odds. And you're just going to score this in. 2, 4, 6 and 8. I'm going to turn it to the short side, and 2, 4 and 6. And that's it. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6. And that's how we're going to make our little square box. So you've got the tabs at the top. You want to leave them there. And this is going to be the bottom of your box. This is going to be the top. So I just take my scissors. Let me get a bit closer to the camera. That's it. I tend to push my chair back, and then. So you're going to cut up the score line. And you're just going to miter in a little bit there, and a little bit there. And then we're going to remove this whole box here. I don't need that one. So you remove that corner. A little bit of, oh, we'll sort that in a minute. Then you're just going to cut up these 2 flaps. And then we're going to remove that and then miter into the corners. And we're going to do the same on this side as well. And just miter in a little bit. These boxes are so simple to make. Now turn, we're going to keep this whole square, so you're going to cut up this one, and you're going to miter this now. You're going to miter this one, so I go straight to the miter, no point cutting it up just to cut again, and then we're going to miter this one. So we've mitered, and we're going to do the same with this one. It just saves you cutting up, 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 and then going back and mitering them. So it doesn't matter how big the miters are. And then miter the end one as well. Now we're going to remove about 1/4 inch. Looks a bit skewy, but that is what we need. The reason we cut them shorter, so when the box closes, just show you quickly, you just know that your bottom will fit perfectly on the end. So that's all you need to get rid of on your boxes. So simple. Right, what I'm going to do with this one, you're just going to bend the ends over. I took my 1-inch circle punch. I'm going to pop it in, making sure it's quite level either side. So about there. You've only going to show just a little bit, and you're going to punch that out. The reason we do it now is because when we come to do, I've done them a little bit, but I've literally just done the exact same. Didn't take it down far as down as the designer series paper. I just literally popped it in, level either side, and took a little tiny, let me just take a wee little bit more, and just did that to give my thumbnail. So you know it's in the middle, because we did that in the middle, it should meet up. Perfect. And now we're going to glue that on there. Look, see? And my baubles are going upwards because the string is going up. This is how the designer series paper looks and comes. All the strings are going upwards. Lovely paper. So, you don't need those two little bits. Get rid of those. I'm going to get my glue. When it wants to come out. Really, really good glue this is. It is mega, and it dries virtually instantly. So you've literally just got enough wiggle space. There you go, and it's stuck. So, right, let's burnish our score lines. Just to give them a proper score. You may, when you fold this up, you may see those. Oh, we're lucky. We're not going to see them. This is, you don't want to cut them any wider than that, because you'll see them in the catch, and that's the lid part. So we're going to burnish all our score lines. So this is the template you want to be looking at, really. So this one's the full square. Miter and chop off, miter, chop off, miter, chop off. Take that one away, take those two down, and put in a flap either side, so when it all closes you've got tuck space. So now I'm going to grab my tear and tape, and I'm putting it right on the end of that crease line. Squash it down. Remove the backing. And those little squares, by the way, these are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, or you could do them at 1 7/8 by 1 7/8, and then take this down to 1 5/8, 1 5/8. But I like that good size border, so this is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and this is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2, and you will need 26 of those. So now I'm just folding my box with the bit that we're going to tie down over to the side, and then give it a good rub. I'm going to close our box. Oh, I've forgotten. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm going to round the corner. I rounded the corners off on all mine, so just go in, round off the corners. Just makes it look really pretty. Oops, there we go. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? A lot better. So now our box closes like that, and this is the way up it's going to go. There you go. So keeping the full flap, I'm going to close the two opposite sides first. Let me just unclog this because I left it open for a while. There we go. That's better. And what I do then is I close the sides, all of them, and make sure it's lined up. Then I go in, open my little flap, and you're just going to push that down with your fingers. This glue goes off in seconds. Close that back up, and then we can now add glue to these two flaps as well. You only need to do that one on the first one because we've now lined it up. So you can now add glue to both of them. So close that over, and this one at the same time, making sure your little box is square and on all four sides, and that is your little boxes, and you need 25 of them. But I started this this morning. No, tell a lie. I started to cut the boxes last night, and I got all 25 boxes just cut to 6 by 8.5, and then spent about 20 minutes doing that. Then it took me another 20 minutes to cut these to size and glue them all together. And then I think that I was about an hour in total doing those two jobs. But then I'd gone and scored all the card as well. So an hour it's took me. But the longest time now is putting your boxes together. So what did that take? 10 minutes? So another hour, say, maybe, well, not even 10 minutes. If you're doing it the way I do it, and then I scored everything, then I added all the tape, then I added the designer series paper, then I clipped all the holes. It took about an hour and a half to do all that. So it's the assembling of the boxes. I've just sat here for the past 2 hours. And like I say, you don't want these any bigger because you want to see your content as well. It folds up like a dream then. Perfect. With little pokey bits sticking off there. Just get my little scissors and nip that off. So there is our perfectly formed little box. I've gone ahead and added my dimensionals to the back of my numbers. These are like 25mm, or was it 26mm on the Scan and Cut, because I didn't have a die. I've got the number dies, but they're way bigger than I needed. That looks straight. So I've added my 5, my 2. Then you've got 7 on the bottom, then 6, then 5, then 4, and then you've got 2 and 1. That's where you get the 25 from. And we're just going to line this up here. Looks cool, doesn't it? And because this is number 25 and it's Christmas Day, or it should be Christmas Day by the time she gets to it, I'm just going to do a bit more decorating. Get rid of those. Oh, and my last square is going on the top. So this is the way that is going to go. So I've just put my glue away and I need it again. You don't have to put, you can put tops on every single one of them, but this one is going to be wall mounted again, same as Frankie's. And, oh, excuse me, because my daughter wants to keep them year after year, so I'm making sure I've got my designer series paper the right way. Just going to square that off. I love these glass baubles. The designer series paper is absolutely beautiful. And you could alternate, I suppose, but that's the way they look to me. I wouldn't say they were looking down, no. Definitely the strings up. But look, you've got all sorts of beautiful paper in here. You can even keep it really traditional. You've got the spots. You've got, you could use this size. You know, they're just absolutely gorgeous. The Christmas lights. And then the green. Look at the bowhead dots. And then the other side is the pine cones. Look at those green stars. This is called me clover. And then you've got the Christmas stockings. You know, you could really keep this as sweet as you wanted. And then more of the fresh stuff. Absolutely love this paper. And those glass baubles are my favourite. Absolute favourite. And believe it or not, for the whole box, I know I've got one piece I've just taken off there because I've got 3 squares here as well, but 2 pieces of 6 by 6 and you've covered all of your boxes. And I think I used 1 sheet of my gold A4 paper and that much off the second sheet, because you cut these 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and I think, yeah, I think I got 1 2 3 4 5. I think I had 20 out of there, so I only needed to cut a little bit down. So you don't, it looks a lot, but you're not actually using a lot of card stock for decoration. It's just you're going to use a lot. You're going to use 25 sheets for your 6.5 by 8.5. But it's worth it, and it's something that will last all year round. So I'm just going to pop my number 25 on top of my box. Oh, I love it. Just like this. Trying to keep that in the centre. They're just like building blocks. And believe it or not, give me another second and that'll be dry as a bone in a minute. And it dries clear. And I use cocktail sticks, if you noticed, to balance Frankie's name on. L-O-L-A. Right, I'm just going to show you now. I bought these from... Oops. They are giant. They are giant alphabet craft stickers, and I think that, yeah, $2.99 from the, oh, what's it called? I can't think. Biology. It's right on the packet. So I'm going to use the A, the 2 L's, and the O, obviously, for Lola. They are self-adhesive on the back, but I want them sticking off the side. Sorry about the sound. Yeah, those are my giant stickers. I don't know if that's going to go, you know, now. Let me just separate them. I may even get our large letters dies out. Do them in hardboard and then cover them in the baubles. And then add Lola's name that way. I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do now. But let's get our other boxes in. Like I say, you start with 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4. And you can't do 3. Oh, well, you could, and then 2. Sorry, this is absolutely humongous now. Just going to glue that on top. So I'm just adding my glue, and it's really good glue. This is excellent. And to reinforce the back, I've got A3 cardstock in 300 GSM. So I basically cut it 14 inches by 12 inch. Well, it's 14 inches. Because it's double the size of an A4 piece of cardstock, an A3 is, and you can pop your fingers in there as well if you want, and just press that down. Just hold it in, just so it glues down. But this is just, it's done already. It's just magnificent glue. The Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue is just amazing. But there is the finished box. Isn't that beautiful? I might even just add some gold tinsel all up the sides, and then come back all the way down here and get maybe some, you know, the battery operated fairy lights, wrap them around the tinsel, and then just adhere it all the way around the box, all the way around the side, and then have the battery pack just underneath, tacked down at the bottom there, where you can see my thumb is, and then she can just switch it on and it'll literally all light up and have a star on top. Oh my gosh, that is a brilliant idea. I've just had a brainstorm. Oh my word. I will sort Lola's letters out. I will get her name on there somehow. Just wish I could pause the video for 10 minutes while I just grabbed my letters, but because this is number 25 as well, I've got these beautiful little gold rhinestones, and I'm just going to add them all the way around the number 25, as if to say, pa-ding, you've won, it's Christmas Day. I think any child, or adult even, because you could put little miniature body lotions, hand creams, lip balms, bath bombs, you know, for an adult even, because this is just screaming prezzy. Oh, I love it. I just love the way it's turned out. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm sorry it's on the side, but oh, I might do it to all the letters. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Love it. I made one last year but didn't film it for some reason. I don't know why. I made one the year before, but I hadn't started. Oh yeah, I had just started. I don't know why I haven't been filming these, because I was asked by someone last year to make one, and I don't know why I didn't film it. Perhaps I thought I'd have to film from start to finish, and I wouldn't have been able to get it all on the camera. But I've just sussed out how, just to show you how to make the boxes, how to put them together. You can decorate these up brilliantly. You could add, oh look at that now with the gems on there. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely love it. Oh, I do. I wish I'd got gold. I haven't got any now. What can I use? Oh my gosh. Oh my word. I need to make, I need to get some. I've got so much stuff, it's unreal. Just haven't got gold tinsel, but I will. I'm going to get some fairy lights and gold tinsel, and I'm going to attach it to the box and wrap the fairy light, the battery operated fairy lights, all the way down the side, and I'm going to make a big massive star and pop that on the top as well. Oh, that's what I need to do. There's 2 spare squares here that are full, so you can add, but I've chipped these out now, so let me show you what I did for them. I've got my strip here. This is 1 3/4, so I'm going to cut another 2 because I don't want those cutouts. They're where the thumbnail is, the thumb mark. Oh, wow. happened there? I think my blade is getting a bit blunt from all this card. And me and hubby nipped up this morning, only for an hour, to go to the doctor's, tablet review, and my UPS guy's been, so I gotta wait now till 6 o'clock to get my Stampin' Up order. There we go. So I'm gonna add them onto the side of the box as well. I just love it. I just love it. I've had so much fun making this. In between this and the pocket letters, I'm just having a blast this year. I think when you first start off filming, you don't really know what to do most of the time. But now I'm really established and I'm enjoying everything I'm doing. I've got to put it really quick now. Look, it's set. I can't do anything now. I'm just so enjoying everything and cracking on with loads of different projects. I mean, pocket letters, I'm enjoying, I love those. People send me videos, can you do your version of it? And I've done a couple of those, or I've done it so, you know when people use 12 by 12, and I hate the fact that I will not buy 12 by 12. I might start once I go upstairs with my crafting. So let me just pop that back on there. I'm just going to glue this into place just to show you. Making sure you've got your direction on the right way. And I'm just going to pop that on top. Whoops. Sorry about that. And you've got to be really quick. Once this glue sets, it sets. There we go. And one more for the other side. So I'll fetch this in that side. Yes, I think now I'm well established, I'm going to try and do way more stuff than I can. And when I move upstairs, I have been looking at, whoops, what do they call them? Craft room furniture, and IKEA is looking to be the best place ever. Perfect. I will now show you the one I did for Frankie. I will finish that off at a later stage. Maybe come back on video and do it. I'm absolutely loving this. So the back, yeah, I basically used glossy accents and cocktail sticks and let them gel together. So it made, because they were flopping all over the place. So, and I added glossy accents here and here to connect the letters to the actual card as well. That needs a bit of a trim, but it's see-through so you can't see it. And then, like I'm saying, I used my A3 card. I cut it then to 14 by 12. Let me just show you the size of it. It's literally 2 sheets of A4. I use this. It is absolutely fantastic. And your Stampin' trimmer goes up to 14 inches. So this is, it's about 16 and a half, because you can cut it to 8 1/4, and it gives you 2 pieces of design, 2 pieces of A4 cardstock, and then this is by 11 3/4. Yeah. So what I did then, I drew 2-inch squares all over, and then divided them into half, so 1 inch by 2 inch squares, using the 14-inch side. Let me just see if I can get this into shot. Grab my tea ruler and a pencil. So, I know, yeah, there's the 2 inch. I need to go up 2 inches. My card isn't long enough. and then come up 2 inches on this side. And then I just drew blocks of 2 by 2 and then went down the centre to give me one full panel really. And then did that all over, 2 by 2 and then 1 by 2. So let me get 2 inches out at the top. And then when I cut it at the sides out, I had the shape of the boxes. 2 inches down. Oh, I can't do it on this one because this is the 11 3/4, but I can draw my lines going down. And then because we're going to use this one, but we're not going to use this one, but we are, because we're going to use 1 inch of that space, if you know what I mean. This is basically 1 inch. My ruler is 1 inch wide, so that makes it easier for me as well. And when you're gluing this onto the back, you just turn it over and glue this side face down, so you've got no scoring. So I would then go up another 2 inches. Let me go from this line to 5, 7, 9, 11. I'm just going to be a bit crude here and draw the lines, just to get a rough idea. And then I'd go like that, I'd scribble that, and then the next line, let me just draw these lines quickly, and then I can show you basically. Oops, I've gone a bit skew-iff there, but no one's going to see this. If you've got the time and patience to do it, bang on, bang on. Right, and then I knew I didn't need this square, and then I'd have to do it at the bottom, and then my 2 inches is there, there, and there, and that's the last 2 inches. So keeping this straight. And then I go up to the next one, because and you have to do the 1 inch by 2 inch, because you're losing half of the box. And then I would go up, say, knowing I would lose those 3 boxes, and then this one I knew I would lose those. Well, that's not quite an inch, is it? Oh, flipping it, that's definitely not an inch. But you get my drift now, don't you? So, and then once you know you're going to lose all that, going over another inch. And then you just come in from the side, don't have to do it all over. And then I knew I would lose that inch. All that's there, so you just cut off all this down to here. And that then should be the shape of your box up until the last box. And then with the cocktail sticks and the letters, I just glossy accent them, or you can pull the backing off because they're sticky. Add your cocktail stick, add some glossy accents, and then once you've glued it behind with the stick involved, it would stick up and be rigid enough for you to stick and keep the letters on. So I'm going to be doing that. I think I'm going to do the... I'm going to use this template for my back of the box to reinforce. And it hides all the square. Oh gosh, Gaynor, you're terrible at using a ruler. I am terrible. So I'm just going to come in an inch each time because my ruler's an inch. Oh, look at that. I can't even do it at the bottom. But no one's going to see this bit. But if you want to reinforce it and so it lasts year after year, you want it so you've got a 4-inch gap at the top, because your last 2 boxes are going to be 4. So I need to come in 1 more inch. Oops. Very crude. Not the... I'm on about the pencil lines. So I know this is my 4-inch gap, so I don't need none of that. And then I come out. I don't need that. And come out 1, don't need that. Come out, don't need that. And then don't need that. Ta-da, we'll get there in the end. So you need to do 2 inches all the way up by 1 inch all the way across. And then snip up your lines. Only to where you don't need. I'll show you now. I'm sorry if the video is a bit too long, but it's worth the watch if you want to know how to reinforce your box as well. Because yeah, you're only losing half an inch, 1 inch, because you've got like a brickwork effect. Take these down. And I'll just quickly do the other side to show you. And then all these pencil marks will be left glued down, face down, so I have no worries there. I will straighten. I had to trim a few bits. Didn't go all the way across there. Once I got it on the back of the box, but it was worth it. Just to make sure it was reinforced. So, I got my 4-inch mark with my 2 boxes. That side and that side. Now, this side. That side and that side. And like I say, you can play about with this. Fingers crossed now, you watch me and it's not worked. But then, oh, that's not too bad actually. You can see it's a little bit crude, but I could take these flaps down even more because we only need 4 inches on there as well. Just remove those quickly. It's just trial and error, but it's just going to give a bit more sturdiness to the back of the box. You could do it perfectly if you wanted to, but it's just, nobody's going to see it. And I need to take that down by 2 inches, sorry. So, that side and that side. Just play around, or you could even put this, oh, do you know what would have been even easier? Just put this piece of card behind, lay it flat and draw around it, and then just cut it out. I'm a silly sausage. But just have a play around until you get it, and then I glue that down. It helps to hide the squares, and it's got somewhere for me to hang a nail art and a picture hook, so I can have it on the wall. But there you go, that's me done. I hope you enjoyed watching me make a fool of myself. And I'm going to carry on now putting all these beautiful gold pieces on. So I'm going to leave you all till next time. Bye.